Well, good evening. Dean Buddha from In His Image Ministries from Durban. If you were born again, it means that Jesus Christ selected you for discipleship. Now, discipleship means that He wants to remake you into His image and His likeness. And so the discipleship process is about becoming Him, an exact replica. Hebrews tells us that Jesus Christ was the exact imprint of His Father. There was no difference between the two of them. Now, Jesus, when He selects us for discipleship, wants to make us into exact imprints, exact copies, so that there's absolutely no difference between us and Him. Now, the Gospels help us to understand what He looks like and what He does. In other words, what is His character and nature like, and what is the works that He did? In other words, what was His mission? But in addition to that, we know that Jesus Christ said that another helper would come that would be just like Him. In fact, He says, when He talks about, I will not leave you as orphans in the book of John. So we know that Paul said that we are being transformed into His image, and in another passage, conformed. So the whole process of Christ teaching us is to lift us up, 2 Corinthians 3, from glory to glory by beholding His face as in a mirror. In other words, understanding His character and His nature and His mission. Now, in respect to His character, the Holy Spirit pours Himself into us, Romans 5 verse 5, and the love of God is shed abroad in our hearts, which allows us to be obedient to the Father, but also to be a full and faithful representation of His character, which is love. And love is righteous. It acts righteously. So in all our dealings in relationships, we would act righteously and act motivated by love. Now, in order for us to conduct His mission, which is clearly spelled out in Luke 14:18 to 19, to preach the gospel to the poor, and he quotes from Isaiah 61. Now, that is also the works that we are involved in, and so we, if we're becoming like Christ, are being discipled by Him. It is His job. In Hebrews 13 verses 20 to 21, we are told that God, who brought us peace through Jesus Christ and the blood of His eternal covenant, is equipping us to do everything that's pleasing in His sight. And we know that Hebrews 11:6 says, to please Him, we must have faith. So He's equipping us with faith, because we require faith to be able to do the works. And so everything that we need for life and godliness has been granted to us by His divine power. Peter tells us that. So we are completely being modeled, and everything we need, faith, power, authority, are all given to us. And we are all being trained in how to use them so that we become exactly like Him. As our brother John says, as He was in the world, so are we.